Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Prospect Central 101. My name is President Day. Joining me, we have.
Keelan.
And we're going to be talking today about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He is a running back from LSU, listed as a third-year junior, declared early, and as of the combine officially, at 5'7", so definitely on the shorter side, and a quarter. 207 pounds, so about average weight though. 9.5/8" hands, 29-inch arms, so about average for this class, but still a little small arm wise. And 70 and
Mhm.
5/8" wingspan, which is also actually compared to the rest of the class even very small in terms of wingspan. So yeah, because like you look at J.J. Taylor, even he's 71 and a quarter. And he's 5'5". So definitely a small wingspan, and not the longest arms, but he does have a really good hand size. 95/8 is one of the biggest in the class, along with Flamenco Puran. So, your thoughts on the measurables?
He seems a bit small, but I feel like running backs are starting to get more smaller. So he seems like different from the guy we just watched, Zach Moss. He looks like with his weight, he could be more speedy and that type of back rather than powerful.
Yeah, and the one thing that really intrigues me is he does have that hand size, which is really good. So we shouldn't hopefully have any issues with like ball security, like with McFarland. You see, like, or I mean, even more so, J.J. Taylor, 8.5-inch hands. There's probably ball security questions with a guy like that.
Ah, he
So,
he ran a 4.6. Okay,
Fuklai,
yeah.
interesting. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, have you seen any Clyde Edwards-Helaire yet? We didn't talk about this
Uh,
on the Moss game, but
I did watch Moss, but I haven't watched any Edwards-Helaire tape. I mean, I watched quite a few LSU games live, but
yes,
nothing.
you finish.
No, I was just gonna say like no actual tape.
Uh, yeah, for me, same thing, kind of pretty much. No real actual film for me yet, but also like you watched a lot of LSU games, a lot, probably at least five of them this year. Uh,
Yeah,
well, actually, it's more than five because the conference championship, the two playoff games, and then at least three off the top of my head during the regular season. So
I
it's
know. I
probably
watched.
seven.
I know. I watched Bama, A&M, Auburn in the regular season, plus Texas. That's four regular season off the top of my head, plus the three. So that's seven. So yeah, about 7 games of
Yeah, for me it
theirs.
was probably 7 or 8 because I remember watching the Florida game too.
Right, I watched that too.
So yeah, basically, point being, we have a lot of in-game exposure to him from watching him on TV, but not really so much from reviewing him specifically. Now, I will say, one thing that I did notice when I was watching him like on TV in real time was he kind of gave me Maurice Jones-Drew vibes. Do you remember when MJD played for the Jags?
I was probably little, but I remember vaguely.
Okay,
I,
yeah.
I remember watching it a little bit, but yeah. I think I agree with you on that one, though, from what I remember.
Yeah, he's very interesting. He's one of those guys. I talked about this with you in the past, but like he's one of those guys where it's just like one of those really traditional players that like classic traditional form or whatever phrasing you want to use. Guys where like every once in a while just like go back and watch their highlights and see what they did well.
Right,
MCD
yeah.
is kind of one of those guys for me. Like he is, Steve Smith is. Um, there's a couple of other ones. Tony Gonzalez is another one. I'm glad he's in the Hall of Fame now, by the way. Yeah, so he's kind of in that same group. So kind of stuck out to me a little bit. But yeah, today we will be watching the Texas game because it has all 22 film. So we're going to start here and see what we can see uh, utilizing that asset. Shout out to Mark Jarvis for the database again as well. I don't always remember to do that, but I try to most of the time. Okay, you are ready. First play, you get to see some pretty good contact balance, which is nice. Talked about this a lot in the Moss video that we just filmed. Shakes off the first tackle. Okay, yeah, a little bit more burst for sure. In terms of first step. Nice. A fantastic spin. And another thing that we just talked about in the Moss video was how he utilizes that to continue that forward momentum. Watch how he gets out of the spin move, not just the fact that he makes a miss, but how he recovers from that and continues right into that range strike again. Maximize that momentum going forward. Oh, okay. Nice hands catch. Good to see that right off the top. That was probably one of Joe Burrow's worst throws behind the line of scrimmage.
Oof.
Inside, yep, there you go. Oh, okay, it was a pass play. Right? Yep. Okay, good. I like the decision there at least. Watch the A for that. Same thing. Nice, good adjustment. Get ready. Yep, good. A little bit more body catch there, but still made complete the process. Oof, yeah, that was not. Nice inside cut on that route. Okay. Definitely get to see a little bit more zippiness to him than what we just did with Moss.
Yeah.
Left. Yep. Good. Again, not the best technique. Ideally, want to stay on your feet, or at least if you're going to try and cut block, actually take him out and cut him down. But you do get to see a little bit of effort, which is nice. Hands. Left. Yep. Good. Nice. Again, good decision. Cut back. Yep. Good. The fact that I'm able to call this as it's happening is a good sign. That's probably the third or fourth time this game already that I've been able to correctly predict what he was going to do, which is more often than not a good thing.
Okay, flex. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dang, Shamari. Nice, get out in front, block. Ugh, okay. Not exactly the best spot for him to be in. Same thing, need to work on that refinement. I like the effort and the strategy. That was a lot better for a chip block. It's just not well executed at all in terms of cut block. Nice throw. Oh, dude, you gotta catch that. Right? Yep. Ooh, what a catch. Makes up for his chop earlier. Left. Yep, good. He also does a really nice job again on this play of staying on his feet after that first tackle and continuing back down the field. Right? Ugh. Oh well. Kind of blown up. I want to see a little bit more of a chip here, if that was the intention, which it looks like based on the blocking scheme that it was his intention to chip. I just see a little bit more physicality there. Not bad though. Again, I do like the effort and the philosophy of getting him in pass protection. You're not sheltering him. Nice. Left. Good. That was a good decision by Joe there. There was no room for that to go forward. Easy. Okay. Nice job getting square. Very nice. Very nice. That's textbook vision. Again, sees this inside lane is filled. Even if he gets up there, he still has this one-on-one here, and possibly this guy who has inside leverage as well. So he makes a smart decision here. Gets that back out to avoid the hit, as was intended, probably. He gets that inside leverage, forces him out of that gap. He has to take it up there, and even, I guess he could have probably, but he's kind of got that inside lane fill too, so he ends up taking it around. It works out.
Breaking news: the NFL draft for the fan events in the NFL draft have been canceled.
Well, breaking news for us at the time of making
Right, yeah.
This will probably be going up over weekend or next week.
Right.
Doing a really nice job with the vision so far, the mental traits. Nice. A little bit quicker. Not the end of the world, but especially because he had to sell that fake, so it's kind of hard to redirect there.
Right.
But still frustrating. That's an interesting formation. Offset eye. Alright, your thoughts on game number 1.
Interesting. He seemed a lot more athletic than Moss, and I liked his balance. His vision was good. His blocking seemed like the weakest point in his game, right as I see it right now. Oh
Keep
dear.
going.
No, I just reading that. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. I just saw it myself.
Yeah,
You keep
anyways,
going with
yeah,
your
I
point about the
think
tape.
his weakest point for me is his blocking. I like his athleticism is good. His vision's good. I like his balance. I want to see him improve with his blocking as we progress further.
So yeah, actually, I'm surprised I didn't catch this originally, but this is kind of interesting. Honestly, I think it's, personally, without getting too political, kind of a good thing and necessary. Personally, like, because
Yeah, I think I
if you're
agree.
being robbed, at that
I mean,
point,
it's not like Yeah, it's not like he just walked up to someone and shot him. I mean, if he's doing that for fear of his own life or protecting his property, then
And he
understandable.
obviously didn't get in trouble legally or anything. So,
Right. And I mean, he was brought up by a father in law enforcement, so
and that actually
which I
kind of
mean,
goes. That actually, honestly, could kind of go into character info too, because I don't know if you noticed this, but that's something I personally have seen to experience in my family in some ways, is that typically people who are from law enforcement families tend to be more disciplined
right, yeah,
and have a little bit more integrity and character and trustworthiness to them. It's not always the
yeah,
case. Obviously, there's a stereotype, but when you're being brought up in that kind of a family and someone who kind of commands respect like that as a father figure, that's something to note. So I would not be surprised in the slightest if we heard he interviewed very, very well.
hmm,
Uh, a little off topic, especially between games, but just now noticed that, so oh well.
yeah.
Cool, so we'll head into the Auburn game. Oh, nice, 11 minutes. Fascinating. Assuming we got a pretty good sample size. What I'm curious to see about this game is to see if he has, and LSU's O-line, to be frank in some respects, has the potential to run on this front. Uh, Derek Brown, obviously right in the middle there, not easy to run against at the college level. We'll see what
Right.
happens to the pros.
And the guy to the right of him as well, Marlon Davidson.
Is also very good and potential first round pick. And even Nick Cole has had some potential
Right.
success. I don't know if that's him particularly because I can't see the number, but he's also a draft prospect that will probably end up going, I would say, on day 3. No, that's
Yeah.
Brian, which is why I'm glad I didn't say that. But also, just completely off topic, but isn't that Marlon Brown a stand up right now?
You mean Davidson?
Is that Davidson or is that Brown?
Uh, I don't know, but you said Marlon Brown, so I
Oh, I
was
meant Derek Brown.
all right. I don't know. It's one of them, but stand
Either
up
way, like
is
both of these guys are typically thought of as defensive tackles.
they're 300 plus pounds. They shouldn't be playing stand up.
Oh, I actually think this them playing stand up shows their flexibility and positional versatility in this case. I think it could be an asset because it actually shows, especially with Derek Brown and people complaining about, oh, the Rico, yada yada. Yeah,
Don't run the free cone.
the Rico is the most pointless show for DTs, really.
Exactly. It's pointless for a number of positions.
Okay, I actually kind of highly value three cone for your skill spots, specifically
Right.
corner, safety, running back, receiver, and to some extent linebacker and tight end. And then
Okay.
if you're looking at athletic quarterbacks, then QB. But yeah, and even edge rusher, because obviously edge rusher you get to see that bend and that agility and that quickness to turn the corner. But for a defensive tackle who's going to be playing inside and same thing with your offense, like your guards and your centers, I really kind of value more that your jumps and your explosion and your first step and your quickness and that 10-yard split. I don't necessarily need to see you change direction quickly if you're a defensive tackle.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
I mean, I get it was really, really bad, but how much really does a three cone translate to into your pass rush?
Mm, not at all.
I would say
Very
probably
small.
slight positive correlation. Because your tens and your high nines are probably going to be like really, really good pass rushers. Because you probably have like J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald in that group.
Yeah.
So like your top end guys are probably going to be very good pass rushers, but in terms of like lower you get, it doesn't necessarily make you a bad pass rusher. Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly. Like from the tape standpoint, Brown's not a bad pass rusher, and I don't feel like the three cone can't tell the whole story.
Anyway, completely off topic, but
Right.
I just wanted to bring that up while I was in the middle of the rant because it seems like he gets in every single one of these SEC videos because I love him very much.
Mm-hmm.
On a more positive note and more on topic note, look at what Clyde does here, right? I just talked about one of the main things I wanted to see was how he reacts to this penetration. And on this particular play, 55 from Auburn really gets in that backfield. He has a really nice shot of sliding around. It's a short yardage situation, right? Your first thought is attack that gap, attack the downhill right off the bat. He does a really nice job of finding that open space, and it leads directly to an easy first down, plus probably 10 yards-ish.
Nice.
Same thing, nice job shaking out the first tackle. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more of that, and we get to see that theme repeated, avoiding that backfield pressure. That was a hold, I think. Yep, good call. Eyes up. Yep, good. Good hands. Nice. I like the way he slides. Watch the way that he comes across the line here. Stays on the interior. Keeps an eye on this rusher here, as well as number one, before he slips out into the receiving area after all of his guys are covered. The mental straight. Size up. Yep, good. Okay, interesting. Flat concept from the slot. It's nice to see. Eyes up. Yep, good. Oh, that was unfortunate. Where's he at? Oh, bottom of the screen here, actually. So he's lined up in the slot and out wide in this game. Kind of neat. Nice show. And that's exactly what I talked about. Now, unfortunately, of course, this is not at all on him because he's kind of forced in this play to run inside, and Derek Brown just demolishes the inside. See basically every Auburn game 2019. He actually got a little bit farther there than I think. Yeah, they only gave him a loss of one, so he actually did a lot better in that play than he could have. It could have been worse. Getting back out wide. Interesting. Okay, eyes up. Good. Okay, go to those pre-snap reads. Get your hair on. Nice. Nice throw by Joe. Nice. You got a good job with the head. Nice. He's doing a pretty good job with those theoretic routes, or as they're more professionally called, angle routes. Getting good to see a little bit of hands, as well as that fall forward straight. Nice. Nice. The hands. And again, really nice move set. Twice. Great play. Yep. Good. 31. We're off the gut. especially with that brown in there. Should have done it. Oh, he got him short. Okay, so winning. Nice cut. Mostly he runs this route, right? He sells this outside fake and gets some winning outside and gets that inside leverage. That's really well done for a running back. Nice. Good hands. Definitely showing off receiving ability so far. No room to work. And again, that's not on him. Number 1, really nice job sucking up that interior as well as number 9. Derek Brown shows the double to assist those guys. Again, it all comes back to Derek Brown at some point. And number 1, he has, and both of these guys have outside. So not only do you have the inside leverage cut off with 9 and 1, but you also have the edges cut off too. So there's literally nowhere for him to go on this play. His only hope is that he bounces this around and somehow this guy gets held long enough to where he can get a one-on-one win around the edge. Yeah, that's
Chris simping for Derek Brown.
not good. Well, that was actually a good play by the other guys too. That's why I'm
Yes.
sure highlight the edge plays.
Yeah, I know, but it's
In all honesty, the closer we get to the draft, the more and more likely I think Okuda becomes for us.
yeah. No, I know.
I've become increasingly more in favor of going the vet route when it comes to DTs.
Yeah, no,
Because,
I agree with you.
okay.
I'm a huge fan of Brown as well. Maybe not to the Lions, but I still love him as a player.
Oh, I would love him here still.
Right. No, yeah.
Oh, that was a great get off by 55. Holy crap.
What I'm saying is Okuda seems like the more favorable pick, and going the veteran DT option is what my point is.
Yep. And there'll probably still be a couple of guys there in the second round. Sure,
Yeah.
Going to be. Oh, that could have been OP out, to be honest. Back out wide, which is interesting. Yep. Nice little hitch route. Cover set. Oh, okay.
I know you mentioned a comp for him being Jones Drew, but I honestly like his fit in Jacksonville as like a change of pace third down guy for Fournette. Just sort of, I don't know. Him and Fournette in a rotation would be absolutely nasty.
Interesting that they both went to LSU.
Did not even think of that, but yeah, that's true.
Did that go off the ref, or was that deflected? Oh, no, that was deflected. Okay. I was about to say, if that ball hit a ref, that should be... Run left. Run left. Or not. Good decision. Nice bounce, Shamar. So, really nice job of getting inside ready. Guys prepared. Those quick flat checks. Nice. Oh, nice power, too. I'm curious why it took people so long to rise him up boards. Because I initially was like really early on him at one point. This is kind of like the same thing that happened to Davenport. I was like one of the first people that like kind of was like, why isn't this kid getting talked about? And then all of a sudden he got talked about to the point where now he's like a mid to early second round guy. I'm like, that's kind of overcorrection from not talking about him before.
Yeah.
Because like even just in general, like, I think that's where Swift is going to go is early to mid second round, and he's my RB1.
Honestly, from last year, I pride myself on being early to the Quinnen Williams talk. Like, I was one of the first ones I've seen, like, on, like, in the draft community, having him DT1 over Oliver, and then everybody started having him closer to March, April. So I pride myself on that.
I don't even remember who I had as my DT1 last year. The main one that I'll always remember was Devin Bush over Devin White, but that's a different discussion. But going back to CEH here, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you really get to see that breakout speed a little bit more. And this is why I was so low on Zach Moss. Is like you can tell, especially after just watching Moss, how quick Clyde gets down the field. Relative. And he's not even the fastest guy. You say he was like what, 4.6?
Yeah, 4.6 flat.
You can really. Oh, I'm talking about Clyde.
Yeah.
It was a 4.65.
4.6 flat.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's doing a really nice job of still, even despite not being the fastest guy ever, getting down the field relatively quickly, especially when you compare him to Moss, who we just watched. Nice broken tackle. Left. Yep, good. Easy. Nice. Back to the line. Back out wide. Inside? Nope. Stick. Okay. Be prepared. Okay, good. Nice. Definitely another one of those guys like Moss, though, who does have that every yard important mentality, which is positive to me. Also, Rook Fan Moss's draft stock.
Oof. What happened?
Didn't work out at their combine because of the injury.
Oh.
So now nobody's talking about him. He kind of just fell off the face of the earth there for a minute.
Ooh.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I really wanted to see by watching this game, which is why I replayed this like 3 times now. You see this interior is just clogged. There is no room to work whatsoever. This guy here is Derek Brown. I'm assuming that's probably Marlon Davidson over here. And these 2 guys have the whole left side on lockdown. There's no way he's able to cut this outside. Or Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow would keep it. He had to get around 24. That's probably not happening because he looks like a secondary player. So your only real option here is the option that he takes, which is obviously a good thing. But what makes it equally as impressive is look how much he turned that into. He got all the way down to like past the 30-yard line. And he started from like his 5. That's a 25-yard nut run. Plus. On a play that looked like it 8 times out of 10, maybe 7 times out of 10, depending on the back. At this point in the play, there's a pretty good chance that it's stopped. You get 25 plus out of it. Nice. Okay. Kind of reading. Right, yep, good. Very nice.
Okay.
Probably just takes a couple of 2-3 yards. Yeah. Still fumble, and you have this game on the clock. Very nice.
Cool.
So, I feel honestly pretty good about what I've seen from those 2 games.
I agree. I completely agree.
Sweet. So we got to see Texas and Auburn.
Texas. What the hell?
What happened?
Oh, just my Google being absolutely atrocious.
Okay, so biggest straight. I would say probably vision.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
And honestly, his biggest weakness?
Pass pro?
Pass protection, yep.
Yep.
Sweet. So, here we go with our categories again. Vision is a 10. Speed, feel pretty comfortable with a 9 there. Burst, same thing, feel pretty comfortable with a 9. Checking your strength, feel pretty comfortable with a 9. Moveset, I'll go with a 10. I feel pretty comfortable with that. Balance, same thing, feel pretty good about a 9. Patience, same thing, feel pretty good with a 9. And most of these are probably going to be 9s, which is why I'm bracing through them. Receiving is an 8. I do want to see a little bit more consistency with the hands. We got to see it on occasion, and he did have the one drop as well. So I'm being a little bit picky about that, but oh well. Pass protection, you get to see effort, so I'm not going to go with the full 5. I'll go with the 6. And then ball security, I didn't see any issues there, so I'm going to go with the 9. So I'll let you go over your thoughts and grades, or your thoughts on mine and your grades.
Right. I'm just from we only watched 2 games. So I just want to look up his fumbling, like his stats for see how many fumbles he had this year. Because I know that doesn't tell the whole story, but I just want to see if there's anything.
So I ended up giving him an 88.
He had 0 fumbles in his college career.
Oh, okay, well I guess I'm going up to a 10 then. This is an 89.
Cool.
Which ties in with the Akers and the Taylor for running back 2 for me. So, oh, right. Your thoughts on my grades?
Your grades, let me go back on here. Your grades seem good. 89's what, a first round grade for you? Second round?
1 point away from first round. 90 is my
Cool.
rounding.
So, cool. So, yeah, no, I don't see anything I really disagree with at all, so.
And yeah, it ties in with Taylor and Akers as my running back too. I'll probably put him between Taylor and Akers. So
Cool.
technically running back 3, but tied for 2 and 4.
Nice.
So do you have yours calculated yet?
I do not. Hold on. I'm getting there. So, I gave him an 84, which is
Oh, okay.
pretty, I feel
84 for
like,
me is, I think, a second or third.
I feel like just looking at yours and looking at the difference, I think I lowered him on speed 1.
Oh, that's probably a fair point. Yeah, I might do that later.
Just now, of course, my idiotic ass decided to close it and Google decided to be slow. So, from what I can remember, I think I lowered him on speed. I do not remember what else I know I gave him a 10 in vision, but I don't remember what else I lower on. So, that's that.
Well, any other final thoughts before we wrap this one up?
I think he's good. Honestly, I think I prefer Moss except for the speed.
Interesting. That it?
Yep.
Cool. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, learn a thing or two along the way. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this over the course of the next coming days, weeks, and month as we head into draft season. But for now, hopefully you guys stay safe and have a fantastic rest of your day. But for now, peace out.